Netco Limited, our beloved President, Dr. Clinton Valley, and our beloved Vice President, Dr. Curtin Drepot, and Mr. Pilgrim, Stephen Pilgrim, our beloved students, staff, and faculty of University of Southern Caribbean, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the School of Business of University of Southern Caribbean, I would like to extend a warm welcome to you to the seminar on the role of entrepreneurship in economic development with reference to Trinidad and Tobago. I would like to thank the staff, faculty, students of University of Southern Caribbean, in particular School of Business, community members, government authorities for attending this seminar. The theme of the seminar is relevant and resonates strongly with the kind of work we all do. Students and youth invariably form the majority of the developing societies of Trinidad and Tobago. Since our presenters will focus on all the aspects of entrepreneurship, I don't want to repeat it again. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to focus on sustained entrepreneurship that makes a difference in the world and in particularly Trinidad and Tobago. If we examine, according to the World Bank, 44 million people have been pushed into extreme poverty, surviving on less than $1.25 per day since food prices started rising in June 2010. In the same year, 2010, 925 million people went hungry all over the world, with poverty being the major cause of hunger. Also in 2010, 78 million youth were unemployed worldwide, according to the International Labour Organization. All this and more is happening at a time when our world is at its peak in terms of cross-border connectivity, exposure to and awareness of international issues, and most importantly, technological advances that we can take so much of pride and obsession in. Creativity, innovation, wealth creation and accumulation, fundraising efforts, number of NGOs and social enterprises and educational standards are apparently all at their pinnacles. We have never been, as global citizens, in a better position to reduce social, environmental and economic problems around us. So why then is the exact reverse taking place? Entrepreneurship has a larger role to play today than it did ever before. I do not mean entrepreneurship only in the sense of process of starting an innovative startup, but rather a set of life skills as well. You see, there is plenty of entrepreneurship being talked about and even practiced in the sense that we commonly know of. In September 2010 alone, 4,600 over companies were registered in Singapore with 74% having a share capital of below $10,000. Tech-based firms with innovative offerings remain the preferred choice of angel investors, government-linked fundings, and even business plan competition wins. But entrepreneurship must go deeper than all of that to serve its true purpose and to really help us to create a difference in the world. And to make such difference, entrepreneurship should be evolved around three key aspects: values, skills, and platforms. I repeat, to make such difference, entrepreneurship should evolve around three key aspects: values, skills, and platforms. Entrepreneurial education exposure will nurture us with the entrepreneurial values such as passion, perseverance, innovation, integrity, social responsibility. Such values, when embedded into our hearts, minds, and spirits, will nurture an entire generation that will be passionate about giving, sharing, and succeeding. It will enable us to deal with failures, overcome barriers, and spot opportunities and become survivors. We will also become a generation that will be more preoccupied in creating solutions rather than re-emphasizing problems. We will be a generation that will ask, how can I make this possible, rather than finding reasons why this is impossible. Entrepreneurship will also equip and empower us in the society with relevant skills necessary to progress. Skills such as communications, relationship management, financial literacy, computer literacy, to name a few. We, the members of the society, will be able to leverage on these skills to move forward, to break out poverty cycle, or help those around us to live more complete lives. Businesses must be built on the foundations and the principles of entrepreneurship, that they can provide a safe and sustainable platforms. They must empower those within their reach to take their first step. They must play the role of a parent that buys the bicycle, provides the support for the child to get onto the bicycle and give that initial push, even hand holding until the child is confident and competent enough to ride on his own. They should be able to create opportunities for us in our communities, show us avenues and channels, and convince us that it is right for us to step out of our non-ideal comfort zones and take those first steps towards positive change. The following are some of the objectives or the aims of the seminar. To motivate and guide the students or the youth, to enable them to take a step forward for self-employment and set up small and micro enterprise as an entrepreneur. To develop and reinforce values typical in entrepreneurial spirit. To internalize the mechanisms and concepts compatible with the establishment and running of a small business. To facilitate the creative or innovative process, to form a business culture, reflect with creativity and social responsibility, to understand the emerging trends and entrepreneurial opportunities in various fields such as social, cultural, IT, education, retail, health, and women entrepreneurship, to provide information on government initiatives with regard to self-employment and setting up small and micro enterprise, to provide opportunities for interaction among government officials, successful entrepreneurs, academic researchers, and students. The following are the expected outcomes of the seminar. Increased awareness of entrepreneurship as a career option for business graduates and community members. Increased understanding of the requirement of entrepreneurial spirit and mindset. Deeper linkages among academicians and practitioners in entrepreneurship. Greater awareness of public and private sector funding for entrepreneurship. Increased awareness of entrepreneurship education and training. Increased awareness of contribution that entrepreneurs can make to the local economic and social development, like job, employment creation, contribution to national income, removal of concentration of economic power, removal of regional imbalances, increase in standard of living and innovation, and etc. And lastly, deeper awareness of local networks of entrepreneurship. Therefore, today, in the seminar, you will be provided with valuable insights on the role of entrepreneurship in economic development by top management government authorities like Mr. Edward S. Williams, Governor of the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago, and Ms. Marlene Truman, Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Finance, and by outstanding and experienced entrepreneurs like Ms. Jajina Terry, Mr. Alvin Daniel, Mr. David Hackett, and Mr. Ram Lochin Raghunathan. Once again, I would like to welcome you all with this quote by a great tech entrepreneur, Mr. Steve Jobs, who has been a great inspiration to me and to many in the world. I quote, "Your time is limited, so don't waste in living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of the other's opinion drown out your own inner voice. And the most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Ladies and gentlemen, wishing you all a productive and mind-changing experience. Thank you.